A lot going on. First, documents emerged over the last week from the Central Intelligence Organization of Zimbabwe. It's not conspiratorial or mythological, it's real. That showed that $850 million had poured into President Mugabe's re-election campaign, obviously successful, from 3 diamond mines in the country. The money being used to subvert the electoral process, to pad the voters' lists, to spread alarm and fear throughout the country, to secure the re-election. And what is so important about it is that all 3 mines are supervised or coordinated or outright owned by China. And it speaks to China's looming neo-colonial presence on the market of the continent. Now, obviously, it's easier when you're dealing with a certifiably lunatic president and a corrupt government, but it does raise menacing alarms about China's presence in Africa. Number 2, and completely unrelated, viral hepatitis C, which is a severe inflammation of the liver leading to prolonged illness and eventual death, is transmitted by injecting drug use, sharing of needles, and unprotected sexual contact, much the way HIV is transmitted. In fact, people with HIV and AIDS are frequently co-infected with hepatitis C, and that's absolutely dreadful. So efforts are being made to find a cure for hepatitis C, and incredibly enough, within the next very few weeks, a pill will emerge on the market which only has to be taken once a day for 8 weeks, and the cure is secured, compared to what is presently the case where you have to have painful injections for 6 to 12 months with only a 70% cure rate. The problem? The treatment will cost between $60,000 and $100,000. So you have that incredible absurdity again of the double standard where in the Western world treatment will be available to some and in Africa hardly to any, unless the drug companies dramatically lower the price, which drug companies are never inclined to do because they're so perverse and bloody-minded. Number 3, am I exaggerating? Well, you will have noted that just last week, Johnson & Johnson was forced to pay a $2.2 billion fine for peddling a drug that was neither approved nor intended for the purposes they extolled. $2.2 billion. In the pharmaceutical industry, that's called corporate social responsibility. And finally, miraculously, a couple of nights ago, the First Lady of Zambia, married to the President of Zambia, obviously, made a public speech in which she decried the discrimination against homosexuality. It was extraordinary in a country given to homophobia. And particularly extraordinary because there is presently a high-profile case in Zambia involving an activist who went on television to decry discriminatory laws against homosexuality. How do you square that circle? If the president has any integrity, he will withdraw charges against the activist, proclaim a fight against homophobia, and set an example for the rest of the continent. How wonderful that would be. Don't hold your breath. That was last week. I'm Stephen Lewis.